I was looking at the fabric. She's a 15-year-old girl, so she's into fashion. She said, I have never seen such incredible, beautiful clothing. And she's marveling and thinking, why is no one else in this church looking at these two people? She said they stuck out like a sore thumb. It's like, you know, Marilyn Monroe and, you know, Cary Grant.
How could you not stare at them?
Yeah. So, but no one was noticing them apparently. And then she said to me, and that's when I heard them in my mind.
So, there has been another tall white story come out, guys. You know I love to hear that shit. Tall whites with their telepathic abilities, accidentally most of the time communicating and being heard by average citizens, average people, and they're freaked out. And then once they know that they're known, you know, it's like an acknowledgement, but they gotta get the fuck out of there right now. So we're gonna be checking this out. It's gonna be a good one. Make sure you stay till the end, okay? Because we know tall white stories are the absolute best.
Erie, Pennsylvania. I got my table. I'm selling my little books to him, I think. And this very nice lady, she's about 60, walks up to my table with her husband. And she says, I got a story for you. Can I tell you? Like, yeah. So she says, when I was 15 years old, it would be about 1965, I was in church in Western Pennsylvania in a tiny little town with my mother. And she said, in our town, everyone knew everyone, especially in church. So she's in church. So she said, in front of me, in front of the aisle ahead of us, were this blonde couple, male, female, come walking in. She says they were absolutely gorgeous. They looked like supermodels. She said they had this incredible blue clothing. I was looking at the fabric. She's a 15-year-old girl, so she's into fashion. She said, I have never seen such incredible, beautiful clothing. And she's marveling and thinking, why is no one else in this church looking at these two people? She said they stuck out like a sore thumb. It's like, you know, Marilyn Monroe and, you know, Cary Grant.
How could you not stare at them?
Yeah. So, but no one was noticing them apparently. And then she said to me, and that's when I heard them in my mind. And what she heard was one of them thinking to the other, something like, well, we appear to be fitting in pretty well here. And she's like, and then one of them, maybe the same one, I don't know, said, except for the girl behind us who can hear us. And that's what she's like, practically freaking out. After that, she heard nothing. It's like they shut it down. The other thing she said about them is that they're in mass and they didn't really know how to, this is a Catholic mass, which I grew up doing. You know, sit, kneel, sign of the cross, all that. They're like looking around. They don't know what to do. So they clearly did not fit in.
Just trying to fit in.
Right. So it gets better. So she goes through the whole mass. Mass ends. The couple is up and out. And they book it out of the church. And she decides, I'm going after them. And she's following. They go down this hill. There's a field. And there's a wooded area. So they're not going to a parking lot or a car. So that's kind of interesting too. Let's just like note that little, describe that little bit. So she's going across the field, she's going down the hill, and then she stops dead in her tracks. She said, then I saw a third person at the entrance of the wooded area. She said, remember Lurch from the Addams Family?
No.
Looked just like that guy.
Terrifying.
Very tall. Like a man in black, but very tall, kind of ungainly tall, hat and a black suit, apparently. And this beautiful blonde supermodel couple from Venus or Pleiades or wherever they're from walk past him into the woods. Into the woods. He turns around and follows them. And that was her story.
So now I want to hear from you. If you were this person inside this church and you experienced these two people communicating telepathically, heading into the forest, and this weird fucking person, butler, you know, type person, what would you think? And we've long heard these stories that the Greys are actually working for the tall whites. What the fuck is this, guys? What would you do in this situation? would you react and try and talk to them? Would you stop them while walking away into the woods? What would you do exactly, do you think?
So there's so much documentation from the time, but as soon as you say this is a hoax, people just kind of look away and forget about it.
Yeah. Well, because again, the whole thing about being in a fringe field like this, it's like the last thing you want to appear is gullible.
Right.
It's like that's the kiss of death. Like, you don't look like you're stupid. I'm going to believe every single thing. And so there's this overcompensation that has always happened in this field.
Yes.
Which is too bad, because let's face it, let's get down to the fundamental reality here. We are dealing with a phenomenon that is beyond us. It is a reality-shattering phenomenon.
Yes.
And it breaks everything.
Yeah.
It breaks absolutely everything. And the reality is that it's not that we're being too crazy and too fringe. We're not going out there enough.
I think that's right.
That's the thing. This is a very, it's a very powerful subject and reality. UFOs, UAP, whatever we want to call them. But even more than that, like UFOs or UAP, that doesn't really even touch.
That's right.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
The truth is there is an other intelligence, society, civilization, whatever they are. They're here. They are established. They have bases. They have a presence. They are global every day.
I wonder if they have elections, right? Are they a democratic society? Are they authoritarian? Jesus Christ, like, do they have like a TV show that they watch us with for entertainment? I mean, their lifespans must be enormously long, considering their advancements, technologically, etc. Is this like the entertainment? They, send a seed to a fucking planet with a star, Goldilocks zone, and then they watch this shit. It's like the ultimate entertainment. They pick their favorite characters, and they pick who succeeds and who not. I don't even know. What the fuck, It's like Twitch, make votes, what?
Coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. Our future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on.